Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings be upon you. I'm Nye Armstrong, and this is Convos with special guest Sheikh Abdullah Adoro. What is the best way to take advantage of Ramadan?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I mean, I think that ultimately goes back to your spiritual personality.
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way. But yeah, I think you're 100% right on there.
Yeah.
Because what's good for one person might drain you, but it fulfills the other person.
Right, exactly. And that's the beauty of their religion. I mean, there's a real phenomenal paper, mashallah, with the Yaqeen Institute talking about spiritual personalities.
Yeah.
And that's what it basically talks about is how...
I'm in the commercial.
Yeah, you're in the... Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, man, mashallah.
But,
yeah, that's a great paper. I mean, it really talks about how your personality, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is well aware of it, and he's giving you a means to be a good Muslim without, changing who you are.
And what's cool is Yaqeen has sort of like the Hogwarts sorting hat kind of thing.
What?
For
what
your
was that?
Islamic personality. Like you
the
take
nectar?
a quiz. Yeah. So you know how like you go on Pottermore?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you like Harry Potter?
No. I don't.
So I like Harry Potter.
Okay.
And you can go on to Pottermore and be sorted into different houses based off of your personality. But
what is a Pottermore? What is it?
Pottermore is just a website.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you can go and be sorted. I'm Ravenclaw, just FYI.
That's a person?
No, it's a house.
Okay.
Like it's like a team. You get sorted onto teams.
Oh, okay, got you.
So anyways, digressing. You can go on to Yaqeen and get sorted into your Islamic personality.
Oh, you're talking about taking the little test that they have you do.
Yeah.
I got you. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And then you can figure out which house you're sorted into.
Yes.
What's your Islamic personality?
I didn't do it yet.
What?
And I led a conviction circle twice.
And you work with Yaqeen.
Yeah. I just love the paper. I mean, even when I read the paper, I called the author. I was like, man, mashallah, your paper is great.
And they did a short video series on that too, on the paper. They made it into a video.
Right.
And I was like, I never thought of that before.
Right.
But because so for example, we're talking about my best friend Sadaf. She and I are very yin and yang, completely two ends of the spectrum. Something that will fill her cup will completely drain mine, and vice versa. So it's what's good for the goose may not necessarily be good for the gander.
That's a very southern statement. And you're from the north.
Yeah, but I.
Then why are you making fun of my nectar? What's good for the goose? That's south.
Yeah, but my family has a lot of those. Cheater, pumpkin eater, liar, pants on fire. All those sayings.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family is just, that's how it is.
Mashallah.
Because if you're in Pennsylvania, sometimes you're more southern than southern.
That's a good point. Pennsylvania is true.
Yeah.
It's true. What is the best way to take, I think, knowing yourself and being honest with yourself, looking in the mirror and saying, okay, firstly, learning what are the virtuous acts of Ramadan and then seeing where you fit in.
Yeah.
For instance, it's highly virtuous to increase your reading of the Quran, right? If you're someone that is very studious and you have a lot of energy at a certain part of the day, then take it upon yourself to learn how to read the letters, and then when you learn how to read the letters, maybe take it upon yourself to try to start to memorizing the opening chapter of the Quran. Say, okay, this month I'm going to memorize the first chapter of the Quran and I'm going to memorize the last 3 chapters of the Quran. That's my goal. Right. If you're someone that's very good at time management, that may be a little easier for you. Right? Yeah. If you're someone that's an introvert, this is an opportunity for you to pray in the middle of the night, right? Because it's very virtuous to pray before Fajr, right? That's one of the questions is tahajjud, right? To pray in the middle of the night. You don't like crowds, right? So maybe Taraweeh, the 20 or 8 units of prayer after Isha is not your thing. Well, try to go home and add 2, after Isha, after the night prayer. Get up, turn the TV off, turn everything off, maybe even the lights off, and then just pray 2, units of 2 up to 8. Yeah. Right. Just try to increase your prayer. Put your hands up to Allah. If you're someone that's always been inclined to praying, just do more praying throughout the span of the day. Yeah. Right. If you're someone that's a humanitarian, take it upon yourself to go out after you break your fast and go out and feed people. Just by yourself. Just go out and, go to the masjid. There's one brother I knew, subhanAllah. Not a lot of people knew, and he liked it like that. He would go and break his fast, and then the food that was left over, there's going to be a lot of food left over, ladies and gentlemen, at mosques. Hopefully we get better at that. He would take that food, take garbage bags, and go to certain places and feed the poor.
Yeah.
And he'd open the garbage bag, say, have at it. And they're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? So knowing what you're good at, knowing what you like, what you the virtuous things about you, and using that as a means to increase your relationship with Allah by doing the good actions. Right?
So knowing yourself, and then knowing what you can contribute to yourself and others.
Yeah, and pushing yourself. It's not like, okay, Ramadan is a time to definitely, you're fasting.
Yeah.
So you have to push yourself. It's, one thing that I always say is transformation, discipline over motivation, right? So motivation is good when you hear the sermon, it's good on Friday. When it comes to Wednesday, are you as motivated as you were on Friday? The goal of discipline is to keep that fire lit, to where it ultimately leads to transformation.
Yeah.
So it's a process. It's motivation to be disciplined to transform. And hopefully Ramadan is a catalyst for transformation of one habit, not to, be a better Muslim. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Just sort of like break things down into steps.
Yes, exactly.
And also like manageable bites.
Exactly.
And make your goals small and achievable, so that like you have a feeling of completion, and also like gratitude that you could do that.
Yes.
And then take the next step and next step. Because I think that's where a lot of people like have that burnout, Ramadan burnout. Halfway through is when they like set huge lofty goals that don't fit with themselves, and then they're completely burned out by the second week, and then they're not even able to take advantage of the last 10 nights to their fullest. Right. And I'd also say ease into it. Like you were saying, ramp up. So start small, work your way big, and like the last 10 nights is like some of the most blessed of the whole year. Right.
And and I'm going to be totally frank. Your first day, you may break your fast in the middle of the day. Most of us are working during the day. You sit at the lounge with your friends. They're all eating the same food.
Yeah.
And then you may break your fast in the middle of the day. Just try your best. When you break your fast, just know you got to make that fast up. But that's going to be like after Ramadan, to where you're probably, hopefully, accustomed to the fasting mechanism. But it may happen. We hope it doesn't happen, but it may happen. Don't feel that you're not a good enough person, a good enough Muslim. You're not ready to be a Muslim. No, you are exactly ready to be a Muslim, because the fact that you broke it and you felt bad about it, that is where it counts.
Yeah.
Right.
And if it was unintentional, you can continue.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about if it was intentional.
Oh,
if it was unintentional, we're not talking about that. We talking unintentional. Yeah. I'm talking about if it was intentional.
Like, girl.
It was like, oh, man, I got to do it, man.
Yeah.
God knows what's in my heart.
Yeah.
A misconception. It's something that you shouldn't do, but if you do it, we hope you don't, but if you do it, from Allah being merciful, you make it up, inshallah ta'ala, God willing. You make it up,
If you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It truly does help. And if you want to take this opportunity to join us and support our mission in bringing the basics of Islam to people in a fun and accessible way, make sure you look down below on how you can support us, and specifically our next series called Pillar Race. But thank you so much. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have other things you'd like to see us do on this channel, always looking for suggestions. All right. Thank you. Have a lovely day, and happy Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum.